everyone. This is General Chemistry 1, Chem 111 for the fall 2022 semester. So I just wanted to walk you through our syllabus for the online class here. Here's all the information you're going to need. My name is Christina Nace, and this is my email. I'm in my office. I will be on campus on Mondays and Wednesdays this semester. This is my phone number if you need to reach me, but really my email is the best way to get in touch with me because I always have that open. We will have optional Zoom meeting time, so optional. You don't have to come if you don't want to, if this doesn't work for your schedule. They will be recorded. But this is on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Here's the link. This is really your time to use it as you want. So just come on with your questions. It's pretty informal. If you want to work through some labs at that time, if you have lab questions or whatever you want to do, that's your time. Wednesday at 2. I also have office hours on Friday at 12 o'clock at noon, and this is for all my classes. So this is just another drop-in kind of session. Wednesday, this is devoted just for Chem 111 online. Friday, this is also my 112 students are invited to come to that hour. I have on-campus office hours as well. If you're on campus during these times, this is where my office is. Feel free to stop by, ask any questions you have in person if you want, or if you just want to come by and say hi, that's fine too. I also am available a lot, so if you want to meet on Zoom at another time, those times don't work for you, just shoot me an email and we'll find a good time to meet. For the course materials, the textbook is optional. If you're not the kind of person that uses the textbook, then you don't have to worry about it. You can get an older edition of this book, so the 9th edition they have online for like $5. There's nothing really special about the 13th edition. That's just how I made my notes off of that one. Yep, so it's optional if you want it, great. If you're using a different book and you want me to help figure out what sections correspond to the information we're doing, that's fine. Lab manual, you don't have to pay for that. That's all going to be on e-learning. Everything's posted on e-learning for all your lab materials. You will need a calculator and you will need 2 laboratory kits. The first kit is the base kit, and that's going to have some glassware in it. It's going to have your balance. And then the second kit is the course kit. It's going to be specific for Chem 111. So the base kit you're going to use for every online chemistry class that you take, well, all the general chemistry ones, and then the course kit is specific for Chem 111. If you open this up and if something's broken, you have any kind of problems you have with your lab kit, there is in e-learning a lab kit assistance form. You're just going to click on that form, fill it out. The lab prep staff will get right back to you and send out whatever piece you're missing or whatever got broken or whatever the issue is. Always, you can email me too. And then there's always that process. So we will definitely take care of your kit issues. Just let me know what they are. Excel, you'll have to download Excel. It's free on the portal. Here's some information on how to do that. We're going to use Excel for a couple of our labs. Grade distribution, we have lab reports and pre-lab assignments. So we have 12 labs that we're going to do. Not every lab is going to require a full lab report. When you open, and I talk about this a little bit more, I think, in the other video. But when you open up the lab template, you'll be able to see what pieces are needed for that lab. If you're doing a lab kit lab, if the lab we're doing that week involves a lab kit, you probably have to write a full lab report. If it's a simulation or a dry lab or just like the naming lab or writing reactions, then it's not a full lab report. And you'll know exactly what you need when you open up the lab report document. It will tell you all the pieces that you need for that. Grading for these, there's 15 points. 5 points is the writing section. 10 points is your data sheets, your calculations. Show all your work on those lab reports. When it tells you to put in a picture, put in a picture. So it's going to prompt you to take pictures at different points in the lab. The pre-lab assignments are supposed to be pretty quick and easy, and a lot of them are simulating the data that you're going to get, so you kind of work through it. You struggle with it before you do that. All the labs that have a data analysis video that corresponds with that lab, that'll help you walk through all the calculations. That's also going to help you with the pre-lab. We have 5 quizzes and 4 exams. And then the problem set. So every chapter will have its own problem set. And you want to show all your work on those problem sets, and you're going to upload them as an assignment into Blackboard. Here's our grade scale. No one really cares about this until the very end, but it's on a point scale. So at any point, if you want to figure out what your grades are, take however many points that you earned divided by the total possible points you could have earned at that point. So if you have, you can just do that and then multiply that by 1,000. You can compare it in this scale. But this roughly corresponds to like a 93% is an A, 90% is an A minus, 87, and so forth. These are all the learning outcomes. These are all of the topics we are going to discuss. And then course policy. So attendance, we have optional live sessions. Attendance is not mandatory. If I notice that you're not logging into class, I'll probably email you if you're missing assignments, just to see what's going on. If you're ever having any problems, please email me. Just let me know what's going on, and we're usually able to work through them. We'll have some quizzes, problem sets. For the lab, you need to get those lab kits. You will not be able to pass the class if you don't pass the lab portion of the class. So even though it's only 24% of your grade, if you fail the lab part of the class, you will fail the class. This is a department policy because it's a lab science, it's a lab class. So I can't emphasize that part enough. You can kill it on all the exams and then not turn in a single lab report and you're going to fail. I will keep notifying people when they're in danger of failing, but please be aware of that policy. Your pre-lab preparation, you're going to want to read through all the lab directions, get everything out before you start, complete that pre-lab assignment, watch the videos. That's all those things are going to help you. Your lab reports are usually due the Monday after they appear on the schedule. So I expect you to kind of work through that lab and then you're going to submit the lab report. I'm happy to read over your lab reports, the first few, if you want to email me them before you submit them and get some feedback. No problem doing that. Make sure you wear your lab safety, your goggles and your gloves at all times. Exams are going to be posted at least 24 hours before the due date. You'll have, once you open it, you have 4 hours to finish it. But I usually open them 24 to 48 hours before that, so they're not open when you first start. Everything else is open. You want to work ahead in the class? Great, go for it. Everything should be open. I'm trying to open these shells like at least a week or two before the class starts so you can get a feel for what's going on. But those exams are going to be the only thing that's not open. If you have to miss something, you have to make it up, let me know what's going on. You may need a doctor's note. Otherwise, it's going to go into your grade book as a 0. If you miss the deadline, I can always go back and correct that. Cheating and plagiarism. Please don't cheat. So what is cheating? In this class, be careful because there's a lot of stuff online that looks like it's the same question and it's not the same question, and then I get answers from previous semester's tests. They're not the same. So just be careful when you're copying stuff off the internet. Sometimes it's just completely nonsense. If you have questions, you can ask me. I have a bunch of Zoom recordings for you too, old problem sets that are similar types of questions. I have a lot of resources. Whatever you need, come to me first before you seek help from random people on the internet. I'm here to help you. That's actually my job. So please use me. I'm going to be a good resource for you. We also have the tutoring center. You can meet with them. We have free tutoring on campus. I believe there's free online tutoring as well. The rest of this is just more resources for you. You can kind of read through this. You do have a copy of this posted.